So, you're looking for a payroll provider, you've heard about Gusto and Paychex, and you've got some questions. Well, in this video, I'll be answering how these platforms stack up for payroll, which one comes out ahead on both a price and quality basis, and what you absolutely must know before you decide to use either one of these platforms. So, diving right into things, what is Gusto? Well, Gusto is a payroll and HR platform specializing in small businesses. So as opposed to a platform like ADP that specializes in like really big companies, Gusto is specializing in small businesses. And they currently work with over 200,000 small businesses all across the globe. Personally, I make up 2 of those small businesses because I have 2 different companies that I have set up for payroll on Gusto. I've been using the platform for about 2 years now, and I have been pretty happy with the service so far. It has saved me a lot of time, and it has saved me a lot of money in taxes, which we'll be talking about throughout the video. Speaking of, let's dive into the pros and cons of Gusto. Now, on the pro side of things, it really boils down to both price and quality. So on the pricing side of things, it's a very simple pricing structure where you get to choose one of 3 different buckets. So either the kind of bare bones plan, the normal plan, or the kind of extras plan. And so on the bare bones plan, which is what I have for both of my different companies, basically one of the cheapest bare bones plans you're going to find out there, which comes in at about $45 per month for a 1-person business. So how it's kind of set up is it's $39 per month plus $6 per month per employee. So both the companies that I have set up on Gusto, I am the sole employee of, so I'm paying $45 for each of those businesses. Now, additionally, Gusto has this pretty cool referral program where if you sign up using someone's referral link, you get a free $100 Visa gift card. So when I was doing my research, this is exactly what I did. I found someone's YouTube video, it was talking about Gusto, and then I signed up using their referral link. So if you want to share the love and pass things along, I've got my referral link down in the description below, which you can use to get a free $100 Visa gift card. Now, on the quality side of things, what I'm kind of looking for with the payroll platform is something where I have to spend as little time as possible interacting with it. I want a platform that I can just set up and then very quickly and very easily run my payroll every single month. And that's exactly what Gusto is. You basically click one button every month and that's it. That's all you have to do. There's no hoops you have to jump through. There's no checklists you have to go through. It's very simple, very straightforward, and it's super streamlined. And that's where Gusto really shines for me because it's optimized for small businesses. They know small businesses don't want to spend much time on their payroll, and so they make everything very simple. And even though things are simple, they also do have a lot of features and functionality in terms of different add-ons and things that you can kind of include for your employees, from different benefits, from say retirement plans to college savings plans to health savings accounts. All these different things are kind of included on Gusto that you can in turn offer your employees, or if you're your own employee yourself, as benefits of the job. But there's also cons to consider with Gusto as well. The first of which is their customer service. So when I was doing research, I found a few different complaints about their customer service. And so I've actually used their customer service probably about 5 times at this point. I've moved some of my businesses from one state to another. When tax time rolled around, I had some questions for them. And so I personally haven't found any issues with their customer support. I think the main thing that people are complaining about is that they're not open on weekends. So if you do have something super urgent, super pressing, you might have a hard time getting hold of them over the weekend. But if that's not the case, and it's never been the case for me, then you shouldn't really have a problem with their customer support at all. The second con is that they're not free. None of these platforms are going to be free. The free alternative is to fill out all this paperwork by hand yourself, which is absolutely not worth your time. If you are a business owner, you have much better things that you could be doing. So definitely don't do that. But one thing that is kind of nice about Gusto is that they don't start charging you that $45 per month until you run your first payroll. So if you want to, what you could do is you could sign up using the link in the description below, get that free $100 Visa card, and then not start running your first payroll for however long you want to. And that's actually what I did. So I added my first business, started running payroll pretty quickly, but then I added my second business, waited say like 6 more months, and then started running payroll. So for a while, I had both my businesses added, but was only getting charged for one because I hadn't started running payroll on the second one yet. So that's kind of nice. Now that's Gusto. What about Paychex? Well, with Paychex, what you've got is an HR and payroll platform for, in general, larger companies. So a number of the part-time jobs that I had growing up, they issued me paychecks through Paychex, and so I was already somewhat familiar with the platform. Now, because they tailor more towards larger businesses, they have kind of like an enterprise pricing model where you have to call in and get a custom quote for the service, which personally is not my favorite thing as a small business. I would much rather go with a platform that has kind of these cookie cutter options like Gusto, where it's like you've got the bare bones, you've got the normal, you've got the extras package, and you just choose whichever one you want. It's very simple. It was kind of like quote-based pricing. They're going to add on all these different things, and each one's going to cost something, and so it kind of just ends up costing quite a bit more than if you would have just gone with one of the streamlined different packages. Now, that being said, they do actually have one package that they offer, which is called Paychex Flex Essentials. Now, this is basically a bare bones and less user-friendly option that is tailored more towards small businesses. Now, it comes in very slightly cheaper than Gusto at $44 per month, as opposed to Gusto's $45 per month. But anything beyond that kind of like very bare bones package is going to be a custom quote. You're also going to have to pay per payroll that you want to run, whereas with Gusto, you have unlimited payrolls, and you're going to have to pay to file W-2 forms and 1099 forms, which are free with Gusto. So again, you're getting less features, you're getting less functionality, and it's less user-friendly because you don't just go in, click one button, and it's done, but you save $1 a month. So Paychex does have some qualities that really do make them stand out as an attractive option. The first of which is going to be their customer service. So when compared with Gusto, I would say their customer service is definitely better. They're going to be available 24/7 as opposed to just being available during the working week. However, you are going to be paying for that. So like I said, Paychex is definitely more expensive to get kind of the same features and functionality. So one of the reasons that cost is going to be higher is because of that more comprehensive customer support. Additionally, they are going to have more features and functionality for larger businesses. So if you have, say, dozens of employees or hundreds of employees, then Paychex is likely going to make way more sense for you as opposed to something like Gusto, which is tailored much more towards the kind of small businesses where it's either a one-person operation or maybe just a dozen or 2 dozen people. Gusto wasn't really built for businesses over like 50 or so employees. So boiling it all down, who wins? Well, if you have a business that needs to run payroll, which is most businesses, then you're going to need a payroll provider platform. And really what it comes down to for me is Gusto is going to be better for you if you are a smaller business. So if it's just you or got a couple dozen employees, Gusto is going to be the move. If you are a much larger business with much more specific and customized needs, then Paychex is likely going to make more sense for you. Now, Gusto is going to be easier, more streamlined, and cheaper for the little guy. But again, their features do cap out at some point, and so if you really want to go big, you're probably going to have to go with someone like Paychex. So hopefully this was helpful to you, and if you want that free $100, it's waiting for you down in the description below when you do sign up for Gusto, and best of luck with your payroll search.